Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Michigan Sports Talk here, and so we're gonna get a Michigan football recruiting video. We got a couple things to talk about here in this video, including why June will be a huge month for Michigan football recruiting. Also, earlier today, Jim Harbaugh discussed NIL and the Michigan quarterback competition as he spoke with reporters. Then we're also going to talk about Nyckoles Harbor, the 5-star athlete in the class of 2023. So we're going to be getting into everything in this video. So if you guys are new around here, I'd really appreciate if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And other than that, let's get right into today's video. Alright, first thing is first, going to be talking about why the month of June is a important and huge month for Michigan football, at least recruiting wise, just because Michigan right now only has 6 verbal commitments in the 2023 class. They're currently ranked 25th on 24/7 Sports, so we definitely have some stepping up to do, and in the month of June we'll be welcoming a lot of recruits and a lot of official visits for Michigan, top recruits as well. So according to the Michigan Insider's Bryce Merritt, he told MLive that Michigan is probably going to have around 20 official visitors throughout the next few weeks here, and most of them are top guys. Now, among the recruits who are scheduled to take official visits to Ann Arbor include 4-star offensive tackle Caden Green from Missouri, 4-star offensive tackle from Illinois Charles Jagusaw, and then 4-star defensive back from Georgia Aaron Gates, which I believe that is the Florida commit right now that I talked about, Michigan trying to flip him, and then also 4-star cornerback Jair Hill from Illinois, and from Missouri 4-star athlete Jeremiah Love. Now that is obviously just a few of the recruits that will be taking official visits. Those are just some of the top guys for Michigan. So another big thing going on in the month of June is obviously the Victors Weekend, and a lot of recruits will be visiting for that weekend. It's just a huge thing Michigan did last year, and they're going to be doing it again. It's called Victors Weekend, so a bunch of recruits just come in on that weekend, and that is a very huge weekend for Michigan football and the Michigan staff for recruiting. So the month of June is going to be huge, and as we talk about recruiting, going to be talking a little bit about Nyckoles Harbor, the 5-star. He's listed as an athlete on 24/7 Sports, and he's 6'5", 225 pounds, just an absolute beast, a freak athlete, and he announced his top 7 schools just on last Saturday, so May 28th, and it was Michigan, USC, Miami, Maryland, Georgia, LSU, and South Carolina on his final 7. He's also a very good track runner. He ran a 10.38 100-meter dash, and with his size and speed, he's going to make a very good college football player on the college level. Now, Nyckoles Harbor, this is what he had to say as he talked with people at Rivals.com. He said, "I'm just finishing up my junior year. I'm going to start taking some visits." He said it's the end of the year with track and field, and I'm getting into the football off season. And he just talks about how he has 50 offers, and he said it's getting a little overwhelming for my parents and me. He said narrowing it down was the best thing for us, and I'll have time to get in at least one visit in late June. He said everybody in the top 7 is really neck and neck at this point. He said, "I have an official visit to LSU planned for the Tennessee game in October, and I'm going to see if I can get an official visit planned with South Carolina at the end of June." Now, when Harbor was asked strictly about Michigan, he talked about how the Wolverines were his mom's favorite. He also said that his family that attended Michigan is really hyping up Michigan as well. He said that, talking about his mom, that she loves Michigan, and Coach Herb, the trainer, the coaching staff, and her really hit it off. My dad hasn't seen Michigan yet. They've talked on the phone, but I'm sure he'll like it too when he can experience it. I have family that went to Michigan, and they've been installing Michigan in my brain since I was 8 years old. So that's actually very good news for Michigan, as we got some family members trying to help out Michigan a little bit, it seems like. So that's pretty good news for Michigan on Nyckoles Harbor. He's a really good athlete, and it would be very, very nice to have him on the team. So now we'll go ahead and talk about what Jim Harbaugh had to say to reporters. Now, he was asked on how NIL is impacting recruiting. He said, "I don't know how much I really have an opinion on that. Right or wrong, our philosophy is that coming to the University of Michigan is still going to be a transformational experience rather than a transactional experience." So that's pretty bold statement there from the coach Jim Harbaugh, as he wants to put in the philosophy that it's not going to be about the money here coming to Michigan. Instead, it's going to be about the player transformation and all of that good jazz. So, and also, by the way, I should mention, he said all of this at a Michigan football showcase at Ferris State. This was actually held, and he's going to camps and everything. The Michigan football staff going to camps right now for recruiting. So just thought I'd throw that in this video to tell you guys about. And but the next question, pretty interesting question. He was asked about whether Michigan would play 2 quarterbacks again, and Harbaugh responded with, "Yeah, I mean, those are the options, one guy full-time or a combination of 2 guys playing. Evidenced by last year, we've done that. That's possible, and the possibilities remain the same for this year. Could be 1 starter, could be 1 starter, 1 backup, could be 2 guys that contribute." I said, "We'll see." He said, "Cool thing about it, though, here's the cool thing with JJ and Cade. It's competitive, but it's not combative. 2 guys that play the same position and are on the same team. Everything that I've noticed is they have each other's backs, and they have the team's backs." Then he also just goes on and says, you know, the competition will be good. And then, you know, whoever's going to play, how they're going to figure out who the best player is. It's going to be the ones that play the best that will be playing. So then another thing, he was asked on JJ McCarthy remaining on track to compete for the starting quarterback role, and he said, "Every time I ask him, that's what he's saying. He's feeling good about it. Beautiful thing about JJ McCarthy is that he's like a kid in the candy store. That's his mentality, that's his attitude, and that hasn't changed one bit." So that's what he had to say about JJ McCarthy and him trying to get the starting job. So with all that being said, we now go to the last thing in this video, and it's the 10 players from the 2022 class that the true freshmen that have just enrolled to Michigan. So we obviously had a bunch of early enrollees for the 2023 class, and then the remaining of them were the 10 enrollees that enrolled on June 1st, which was just yesterday, and those include Zeke Berry, defensive back Damani Dent, offensive lineman Andrew Gentry, defensive lineman Kenneth Grant, tight end Marlon Klein, offensive lineman Alessandro Lorenzetti, linebacker Micah Pollard, linebacker Jimmy Roller, linebacker Deuce Spurlock, and running back CJ Stokes. All those guys, if you obviously have watched my videos for about a year now, we talked all about that recruiting class last summer and everything, so you guys should be familiar with those players as they just enrolled they enrolled on June 1st. So with that being said, it's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If it did, please drop a like, subscribe for more. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And before we do close this video out, just want to talk about Michigan baseball a little bit here. I got 2 options here that I'm gonna do. I might decide to live stream during the game tomorrow. Michigan baseball's game is tomorrow in the postseason in the NCAA tournament against Oregon at 7 p.m. I might live stream during that game and just give like an announcer type of live stream for you guys, and then we can just chat on a live stream about the game and everything. So we will see. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. I don't know if I will have time for it, but we will see. But it's either that or I will definitely be making videos post game about it. So with that being said though, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.